Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 36 of Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch August 28th. Probably more than it needs to be. Let's give this an ITU and flux distributor, max the flux, and that's about it. I'm going to run a simulation against a, I don't know if this is going to go well given all the demods. We're going to run it against the, and I also don't fly these all that effectively. We'll run against the Conquest. Come on, blasters, go! Why aren't my antimatter blasters going? As you can see, I'm not like the most amazing at controlling the phase ship, but it is super deadly. Super deadly. They have a high flux cost? Yeah, that's what probably was. I just didn't have the flux capacity. So yeah, I designed this weird, and it will get better as it undemods, but we'll bring it with us so it can lose its demods. Prepare. Move this more up. And then put the phase captain in the phase ship. And stick Cervelli in that one. Good. All set. My fleet is looking good. Grab a whole bunch of fuel. Store the stuff I don't need. Oh, I have a gamma. I'll store the gamma core. It's not going to make a massive difference if I install that now or later. More supplies. 3,000 more. So much supplies. Alright, so let's go ahead and track down some of that main mission. So we have to go to Kazaran to contact about meeting with the... what's his name? Meeting the Hegemon of the Hegemony. Another thing I might want to do is... question. Should I try to buy a Paragon before losing my commission? So, I'm never really going to be all that friendly with the Hegemony, but it might be a bit tricky to be commissioned in this part. Although, is the Hegemony... Okay, so I'm actually just hostile naturally with the Hegemony myself, so it makes this part a little kind of annoying, and I might have to trial and error it. We'll see. But as I have the commission running right now, I might want to swing by before I go to Thule. Well, I could do it afterwards, maybe. So the problem is, I have to talk the Hegemony a bit, but they're not really going to want to talk to me, given my current rep with them, so I don't actually know how this is going to play out. But let me make a side jaunt. So if I take a look at my fuel, the Xenorphica takes a ton of fuel, just like the Onslaught. There. Wow, no demods removed yet. Kind of been a while. Might take longer to... No, there we go. Faulty automated systems just got rid of. So what is left? We have bad fuel use and compromised armor. Oops. Alright, do they have... They don't have tack lances. But they do have a Paragon, which I just bought. Auto fit. The Yoda Paragon. And obviously this isn't exactly going to work because I have a bunch of build-ins. But give me as close to the Yoda as you can. So there we go. This is a sort of Yoda. Barely. I will go ahead and sell one of these Tempests. And then, you all know the deal. And let me bring up my giveaway. Where is it? Okay. Giveaway raffle is ready to go. So if you just type something in the chat, you're eligible for the other Paragon to be yours. I'm not going to make any... Oh, God, it's full of, like, really crummy parts. Oh, dear Lord. This is so bad. It's built so poorly. But that's not my problem. Yep, not my problem at all. I keep forgetting to go to the bar to see if there's anyone to buy blueprints off of, because that might be worth it in the long run, too. Nope. I don't know if I'm going to have to resign due to these missions. We'll see. So let's try to do these. Scan the 6 gates and talk to the Hegemon. What's this? Nope, not even going to stop for a kite. Cheers. So the issue here is all of the factions that I kind of need to interact with right now all hate my guts. So it does sort of make my job harder. I only really have myself to blame and the aggression that I showed the other factions. Wow, I am racking in money. Well, I have no idea if because quest armor or whatnot, I have no idea if they're going to let me in anyway. Probably not. This will probably be a problem. Yeah, they're already pulsing me. Well, alright, here's Horus Yarabe, the aristocrat. Explain that you are acting as Baird's representative. Alright, so I have his attention. I need diplomatic credentials from you. Diplomatic credentials to the High Hegemon himself. He looks resigned. And he does not like being blackmailed by the provost. Yes, of course. and then I give him the message. The comms link clicks to a holding pattern displaying ornate crests of Gens Yarabe. You watch Kazaron commodity futures scroll through the bottom of the display. After a couple of minutes catching up on bulk non-ferrous projections, the comms display chimes. Horace reappears looking somewhat more collected. Captain Rhadamant, was it? Yes, of course. Provost Baird explains her proposal, and I do believe that we may arrive at a mutually beneficial arrangement. I shall see that you receive Yarabe diplomatic credentials. Mind yourself well with these, Captain. If you were to commit some untoward scheme using the good name of Gens Yarabe, we would declare the crypto key stolen, and then we would need, well, it need not be said that any decent authority would then treat you appropriately. Okay. Of course, you have nothing to worry about. Naturally, Horace glances about uncomfortably. I trust Baird's good judgment, of course. Now, I know not what ruse the good provost is pursuing, but if indeed you establish a line of communication directly and privately to the High Hegemon, a small smile appears on Yarabe's face. That would be splendid. For my half of this arrangement requires the delivery of comms encryption codes to our friend Baikal Dowd. One mustn't have comment snooping on important negotiations. Yes? So see that done. And the raffle is the turtle sandwich. Oh, perfect. The turtle ship gets a turtle dinner. All right, so receive Gens Yarabe comm codes for Dowd. All right, I'm just going to say I'm off to see the High Hegemon. Alrighty. Oh, yeah. So, turtle sandwich. Here's your turtle sandwich. We save. What gates do we have around? Gate of Thule. I don't believe I can scan any gates yet. So I'm going to go see the High Hegemon first. And that's in Ostlan. Last time I was there, I hacked their comms, so they're probably not going to be that happy that I'm dropping in, I'd imagine. Oh, and here is a Persean League intercept fleet. Let me see what they want to say, because obviously there's an exclamation mark. They want to intercept me, but they're not so sure. Alright, the comms display resolves. I am Navark Pluto Allen. Are you related to Barry? My orders are to facilitate a conversation. Looks annoyed with you. Obviously considers this task to be beneath his rank. Captain Rhadamant. I am Finlay Siavong of the Persean League Fleet Intelligence Service. It was so very interesting to finally meet you, he says with a chuckle. You have a particular way of placing yourself at the center of fascinating events. I don't have to tell you anything. His smile grows as you resist his inquiry. Of course not. That is not why I'm having this simple conversation with you. And if you let me, I'll ask nicely. What is this about? I understand that you had a conversation with Horace Yarabe recently. He's an important man. Or, more accurately, Gens Yarabe is an important family. It must have been an interesting chat. I was wondering if you might assist my understanding of why that is so. That conversation was private. Good day. Smile seems frozen in place. A pity, he says, the smile fading. My curiosity shall remain unsated. Is it only fair? Bitter disappointment. He sighs and looks down for a moment, then back up, his spirits seemingly renewed. Good day to you, Captain. And burn bright. Yes, okay. Bye-bye. Yeah, they're not getting anything out of me. Screw that guy. I have more money than common sense. I don't. You can't bribe me. That's for sure. Alrighty. Getting close to our destination. The Xenorphica just lost its compromised armor, so now it only has one demod, which is the erratic fuel, which is not a combat problem. Does your choices influence the story? A little bit, but not that much. Okay, let me try a different jump point, because that jump point seems to be choked full of hegemony crappers. That's what I'm going to call them. Alright, I need to go to Chico. I don't think that they're gonna let me, but we'll see. I'm kind of like a persona non grata. Yeah, but I have a big enough fleet that I just plow right in. Alright. You connect to the local comms, blah blah blah. After interminable time watching the Hegemony logo, the comms link connects you to what appears to be a junior cadet. You suspect they haven't even graduated from the Naval Academy. Hello, citizen, the cadet chirps at you brightly. You've reached the office of the High Hegemon. Tour bookings of the Hegemon Council campus are currently unavailable. If you'd like to know more about how you can assist the restoration of the domain, please accept the informational packet of I'd like to meet the High Hegemon. I'm sorry, but the High Hegemon is unavailable. I'm the envoy of Jens Yarabe of Kazaron, transmitting credentials now. The state change across the cadet's face as they realize you aren't some tourist is instantaneous. Affirmative, ma'am. Their tone is military crisp now. Received and thank you, ma'am. I will confirm with OPSCOM. An officer will speak to you shortly. Please maintain link. This comms out. The display flickers back to the crest of the hegemony. In moments, the crest disappears and you speak with a real officer, some kind of secretary of the High Hegemon. They don't look pleased. Rhadamant, tap tap at the desk console. Your record does little to recommend you. Yeah, they kind of hate me. But the High Hegemon will not turn away an accredited envoy from Jens Yarabe. In the interest of diplomacy, we will set aside your record while you carry out your duties in service of the Yarabes. So cool. I am up 40 reputation. Let's ignore the fact that I keep blowing up their fleets. Yeah, I basically flashed and was like, multipass. Exactly, Harry. Exactly. When I meet him, I can't bring a sidearm. I will be searched. I will be expected to obey or be ejected from hegemony space. Blah, 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 blah. Before you know it, you have a time, a place, and a visitor pass to present. A public map of the database search confirms that you have been asked to arrive at some kind of naval shipyard in orbit of Chico. I'm just going to call it Chico. Officer Secretary did not take time to explain the purpose of the meeting at this odd venue. Alright, I'm going to shuttle to it. Your shuttle approaches the naval shipyard of Chico, orbit. The planet spins below you like a murky brown ocean. Nasty. The Hegemony Patrol pings your shuttle as the superstructure of the naval dockyard grows like a ribs of some Genomod Leviathan. The visitor passkey satisfies the patrol inquiry, and they maneuver towards the next transport on approach. The landing bay still bears a faded logo of Bilai Astra Group, the domain-era manufacturer of the heavy weapons and key supplier of the 200th Legion. It looks like a post-collapse fragment of the corporation has taken over this asset now. Contracts exclusively with the Hegemony Navy. The bay is crowded with transports, military and civilian. Some high rollers have even landed a shimmery O-type kite, much to the annoyance of the ground crews. A young ensign checks your pass with their datapad and then leads you to bodyguards past the crowd of civilian officials and media drones. You arrive at the checkpoint still setting up for civilian access. The ensign indicates your guards. They will have to wait here. Captain, ma'am. Call me ma'am. You'll have to leave your sidearm with the armor. The armor hands it over to another man, not in uniform. You'll look him over. Military bearing, subtle cybernetic augments, combat-rated civilian clothes. Rivas, High Hegemon Dowd, Chief of Security, the ensign tells you. The Chief of Security examines your sidearm as if it was a bomb. With the lightest touch, he has a cell mag and casing remove. Hands both of the attending armorer. He stares down at you for a long minute. Captain Rhadamant, he says finally, as if identifying you in a perp lineup. Rivas turns to the ensign and says, I shall escort the captain to see the High Hegemon. The ensign begins to salute, but catches themselves. Rivas is not in any uniform, then simply nods, sir, before turning back to the landing bay. Rivas leads you to a half dozen checkpoints through the guts of the shipyard. At each checkpoint, you both submit to a flicker of biometric scan, then a guard nods to Rivas and allows both passage. Finally, you enter a utilitarian vestibule, emergency vac suit lockers and fire suppression equipment and safety notices line the walls. A diamond matrix pane separates this compartment from the enclosed space dock visible beyond. A perfect new Eagle class hull looms, and a gantry hangs below. It's festooned with ribbons and hegemony banner. Yeah, they take security very seriously. Rua steps aside, his bulk revealing High Hegemon Baikal Dowd sitting on a simple folded stool, his splendid uniform coat hanging from a rack, fussed over by a stylist and an advisor. Dowd watches you impassively. Then, without breaking eye contact, commands his entourage, give us the room, 5 minutes. They leave, Rivas following after, meeting your eyes one last time. Captain Rhadamant, he says, and stands, indeed a smaller man than you would have expected. His voice holds a deep authority, however, and though you've heard it in holocasts, with just a few words in person, you can feel why and how he leads the hegemony. Dowd taps his datapad, activating a privacy field that dulls the ambient murmur of the shipyard's ventilation. How's Provost Baird's project going? He asks. Bridged any gates? I'm going to say, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I know, he says, and lifts a bottle of spirits from out of a small box. Bijou from Eventide. It looks expensive. This is the newest member of the Hegemony Navy, Eagle class. After I crack this over the hull, 0451, it will become the Enduring Hope. How's that for a name? He pauses, waits for my answer. I'll enjoy blowing it up, but sure. I like it. Look, yeah, I'll play along. Dowd raises an eyebrow. Didn't expect you to be an idealist. Didn't expect an idealist. He reverses his heft and hefts the bottle like a practice swing and smiles. Here's to hope, then. Dowd sets down the bottle. You're here to tell me our new provost wants to renew the old deal. She'll have to make additional concessions. Isn't that right? I suppose you'll want to provide me the details. He taps his datapad, opening a channel for your own to upload the relevant material Baird provided. As you complete the connection with your datapad, Dowd speaks. What we did to the Kalachor was justice. What we did to Kalachor was justice. He risked the entire Galatian system, hundreds of thousands of citizens. That might be just one subsector of just one metroplex down there. He waves vaguely in the direction of Chico, but his voice hardens. I will not let any grand experiments that endanger these people. I expect Baird realizes that any misstep will be met with overwhelming force of the Hegemony Navy. She's not stupid, he says, thoughtfully, looking at the cruiser through the diamond matrix plane. But ambition can make a fool of anyone. He turns fully towards you. Do you trust Baird? I'm going to say yes implicitly. Dowd looks you over. You'll lead an interesting path. You'll lead an interesting path, I'm sure, he says skeptically. By now, you must know that Bear does not truly know the meaning of loyalty. Not really. And yet, he puts his hand to his chest. Here I am. Here too am I, hearing her out. So I will not think too poorly of you for your unlikely devotion. She will be receiving additional demands. She won't like them. She will accept. He turns, pacing. The gates are the question behind the entire hegemony, are they not? Is the domain out there waiting to reward those who kept faith blindly loyal for generations? He stops. Or was there a grand catastrophe and nothing awaits us but ruins and the dead? Or will monsters from Lud's own nightmares pour out to devour us all? Unless we are armed and steadfast, ready to meet their threat. Captain, I need to know if you are history's fool or heroes. Or history's fools or heroes. Not few among my comrades would say it is disloyal, even cowardly, to ask the question. He faces you. I think it is cowardly not to. All my busy helpers will be back in a moment, so make it quick. Did that Yarabe Blue Blood want anything important? Horus Yarabe gave me crypto keys to pass to you. I'll listen to what he has to say, Dowd says, and offers his datapad. You upload the crypto keys. I trust the Yarabes to do what is best for the Yarabes, he says, tapping the datapad to accept your upload. Maybe that will be enough? He looks over to Hall 0451, or maybe it won't. Delivered Jen's Yarabes comms to Dowd. The Hegemony AI... No, I'm not going to say that. You seem to know a lot about what I do. You do a lot worth knowing about, Dowd shoots back. I speak from experience when I say it's not a life I can recommend without reservation. Dowd glances at his datapad. You've got 20 seconds, Captain. Any last words? Nope. That's it. Baikal Dowd taps his datapad, dropping the privacy field. As if on cue, the High Hegemon's small entourage returns with a bauble of worries over how he'll look on the holocast and the need to review talking points, blah, 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 blah. Chief Security Rivas looms, corralling you from the gantry utility room back through the security checkpoints to your shuttle. All right. I leave. I save? I'm not going to ask about any inspections. Because I'm planning on killing him. Maybe. We'll see. Scan 6 gates with the instruments provided. Well, there's a gate right here. Hello, Special Task Force. You're going to have to piss off. All right. Citizen, he barks. This is a special naval operations zone. Stay clear, or you will be fired upon. I need your... Okay, how do you want to respond? I'll ask you. 1, what's this special operation for? 2, I need you to move your fleet away from the gate. Or 3, your operation will fail without my help. I'm going to put this up for just a few seconds here. See what you all think. Right, buddy? All right, looks like your operation will fail without my help is leading, so let's go with that. Excuse me, citizen? You sense Commander Oberon reaching for the disconnect button. I know about the gate scans. He blinks. I cannot confirm or deny any speculation concerning the nature of the confidential operation. Explain that you are scanning the gates as well. You summarize the story of the gate research from Kalachor's failed Galatia experiment onwards. Blah, 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 blah. Interesting story, Captain. He blinks rapidly. What is the point in telling all this? Your scans won't work. Mine will. I'll do the scan and give you my data. Or actually, never mind. Let's talk about something else. So one is a story point. Obviously, the top one is a story point. Or I can not spend the story point and do it another way. And it'll be up to you. I do have story points to burn this way. But a lot of these gates are guarded, so it's going to be a lot of story points if that is the route you want to go. It's too bad that Dowd can't just tell them to, like, piss off. Because we already have met an agreement, so it's kind of a little ridiculous, as far as I'm concerned, that I'm forced to talk my way through this, but, you know, whatever. You want to see if there's a way to do this without the story points? Let's see. Nope, we have to fight them. All right. All right, I saved right before this, so yeah, I'll just use my story points. I mean, that was leading. It's not how I would have done this, but all right. Okay, bye-bye. All right, one gate down. We already have the Galatia gate, so let's go to the Corvus gate. Yoda. Hey, buddy. IsoKinetic, thanks for the follow. And welcome to the stream. I'm trying to play nice because that's what the provost would want, right? Once it's done, you know. All right, there's luckily no one here. Gate number 2 scanned. There was a Samara gate. Is there one closer? So I'm lazy. There is not an Arcadia gate. All right, let's just go to the Samara gate. After going to Jingala and Asharu for fuel. Always buy fuel. That's probably fine. Quite the main mission, huh? What do you guys think so far? Oh, there's pirates in Samara. Well, this could be spicy. They're gonna run for me, though. I can't imagine pirates would want to fight me and my fleet. And no one guarding this one either. 3 of 6. Magic, do you get a gate? You do. And the Xenorphica is fully repaired. 100% no demods. What I don't have is someone sitting in the Paragon, which is kind of a bad idea. All right, 4 out of 6. Asconia Gate, you're next. Yeah, the last time I had done this, I wasn't hostile with the Hegemony, so I wasn't really sure what would happen after trying to talk to the High Hegemon. Being as hostile as we are, so it was interesting that it was just like, all right, you're not hostile anymore, for, you know, story's sake. They, like, cut me some slack, which was kind of nice. Because otherwise I was like, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, because they hate me. Ah, yes. Zendria, I love your fuel. Got the best fuel. No, don't... that wasn't black market. Go away. Suspicious cargo? What the hell did you find? Fine. Bang up my ships. Whatever. I can afford it. I hope you get fired. Huh, there's an apogee sitting here that I can recover? No, I'll make my own, thank you. Well, I can't even scrap it? Interesting. And I need one more gate. Valhalla? Nope. Hybrasil. Oddly, nope. Where is the other gate? Mayasura. Yama. Yeah, here. Yama gate. Good enough. Alright, going for 5. Or 6. Actually, my homeworld has the most fuel. Jotunheim has way more fuel than any other system by like a factor of 10. Oh, no, you gotta piss off, dude. Is there another gate I can scan? Because they're kind of low-key guarding this one, and I'm not about to spend another story point. Actually, you know what? I'm commissioned with them. Maybe I can like tell them to leave politely. Okay, I just bought it off them. Everyone has a price. We are getting Luddic Path attacks again back home, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. All right, return to the academy. We have all gates scanned. Yeah, only 21k. I make 860 a month. I don't need to worry about that. Hey, Shellbell. You like watching this? Well, thank you. Thank you for the resub. Yeah, it's surprisingly inexpensive. Of course, it's inexpensive for me, but it was probably like 3 years worth of their like, you know, the money that they would make, tripling their like yearly salary or whatever. So, pocket change for me and life-changing amounts of money for them seems like a good deal for them. Alright, I'm just refueling before I talk to the provost. Ms. Baird. Korasami, thanks for the follow, by the way. Oops, I don't want your crew. I want your fuel. And to the academy. It is weird to not be warring with the hegemony right now. Path hates me, and Persean League super hates me, but whatever. It's not getting in the way of the story. Alright, let's talk to her. I like how she only barely likes me. I've done so much wet work for her, and she barely likes me. Baird taps at the console. With the gate scans completed and Dow's assurance that the hegemony will not interfere, we may proceed with the implementation phase. This is Scylla's moment. Let me link her in. So, we greet one another. She looks nervous. The prototype. Yes, she begins. In the broad strokes, to scan for the gate aperture, we direct a self-modifying phased hyperwave pulse, which causes a resonation in lower dimensions, which She notices she's losing her audience. The principle of the Janus prototype is similar, but far more energetic. By tuning the pulse to the unique resonant signature of a particular gate aperture, one might theoretically activate the link, like Stargate. A second input would then target a known gate egress through avoiding destructive interference in the Calibi Yao manifold is tricky. And this would reopen the gate network? Baird cuts in. Not exactly. Thank you for your attention to detail, Scylla. But if I may summarize, at this level of energy input, a temporary link should be created between two gates. The provost gets a distant look. Then, with sufficient energy, a stable resonance injected into the entire gate system. This time, Scylla interrupts, but the system, the resonance is fundamentally chaotic. There are clearly some factors where seeing results in the modal doesn't account for, and the higher magnitudes, the results could be that's enough, Scylla. Baird says forcefully. The captain is a highly skilled professional and doesn't need to hear all of this to do her job. Well, Baird turns to you, leaving Scylla cowed. Scylla will return to work refining the details as more data is gathered. As a great man once said, technological advance is inherently iterative process. I feel like I'm a bit of a experimental gerbil here, a little bit, but we'll see. Captain, she says, the first prototype of the Janus device is being transferred to your fleet. Tested on the gate manifold, you have scanned, recording everything with your sensor suite and the modified instruments we have provided. This may be the most important experiment in the history of the Persean sector. Scylla speaks up one last time. Just don't use it on an inhabited system, like the incident when Kalachor, the hegemony, it wouldn't be good. Thank you, Baird says, acidly, for the reminder. Provost turns to you. Obviously, we shall not repeat my predecessor's mistake. Test this somewhere quiet. She turns from the holo display, dismissal. I await your results. Yeah, I'm a test crash dummy. Da-na-na-na-na. All right, so wait for my results. So, use the prototype Janus device on a gate in an uninhabited system outside of the core worlds. Do I know where one is? Do I look like I know what an empty gate is? I just want to teleport to a goddamn hot dog. I know there's one in my home city. Oh, here's one. Choo-choo! Not looking where I'm driving. It's fine. Nothing's on fire. No one's crying. We're fine. Alrighty. So here's a gate that fits the requirements. No one lives here. You know immediately that something is wrong. The hyperspace manifold display lights up with garish colors in violent whirls and jags. The representation color key glitched out of the parameters beyond any anticipated scale. You hear a distant, discordant tone. The hyperspace storm alarm, weirdly sounding here in normal space, and then something else, echoing somewhere, which exists only in your mind like a wail of pain. Your sensor officer shouts a warning, wavefront approaching. Ow. Who's paying for that? Oops, missed the jump point. Nope. No. I have to transverse out now. No, that was a debris field that had already existed, to be fair. But still, who the heck is paying for all that damage? Alright, now I have to go limp to a planet to buy more supplies, because I was ridiculously low on supplies. They break it, they buy it. Get a little warp doohickey, done blown me up. Alright, and I have approximately nope, no supplies left. Alright, let's go buy some before my ships fall apart. Don't scan me. Leave me alone. What am I trying to do? Repair. Oh, God. I still have 300 left. All right. Time to jump again. Luckily, I'm a bajillionaire, so, like, I can afford the ridiculous damage that they did to my fleet. But, what the hell, man? Scylla was right. The Provost is like, you'll be fine. Thanks, Rick. Way to put a Morty in danger. Am I a Morty? Oh, that doesn't feel right. Yes, but I'm very much the Morty of this situation. Oh, looking at the time. All right, I gotta rush. Hurry up, slow fleet. I'm just trying to buy enough supplies to... okay, there we go. 3,000. That will do. That'll do, pig. And back again. All right, here we go. Now, return to the Provost to flip her the bird for trying to blow up my bird. Oops. There was... okay. The station comms connects to the office, blah, 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 blah. Tell me what happened. Baird's tone is cold as vacuum. Scylla's already on the link. There was some kind of accident. Yes, an accident, Baird says with a derisive snort. The prototype failed, near catastrophically. A negative result, however, dramatic, is still a useful data point. Yes, thanks. I'm a useful... you blew up my fleet. A useful data point. Yeah, huh? Which can be used to correct our errors. Bear turns to Scylla. What is the next iteration? All right. I don't, she says. We need more time. Scylla interrupts. I am a theoretician, not an engineer. This isn't a matter of just fitting pipes or aligning avgrav plates. What we're doing is completely new, and our engineering process is primitive. We're scientists trying to assemble the equivalent of a new hyperdrive in a teaching workshop. Not only are the facilities insufficient, the project applications fall outside my expertise. You do realize, the Provost says, that I am holding several hegemony ministries at bay. They're rearing to storm and purge the academy again. All I have on my side are the good graces of the hive scum Hegemon. Oh man, by Call Dowd. And that is only held up by the sector-shattering promise of what the results of this project could mean. If I don't get results, the lucky ones will live out their days in some oblette near the core of Quaddle. I'm sorry you're having trouble, she says without a trace of apology. but I am accommodating the conditions circumstances have provided. So, by all means, Scylla, take your time. Scylla wants to speak. What? Baird says. Is it? I need Alyssa Zal, Scylla says quietly. Who? Says Baird. Her patience for excuses are at an end. A friend, an engineer, the best hardware wizard I've ever known. Except she's in trouble. It's a long story, but we knew each other way back when on Western Is. There was... Baird interrupts the backstory. Captain Rhadamant, get Scylla's friend if she thinks that's going to help. Do whatever it takes, she says. Kill, bribe, blackmail. I don't even care. Yes! Be smart and quiet about it. If we get a new prototype before you find this Zal character, we'll try that route. If not, carry on. I don't want to hear a single non-actionable complaint until you have a new Janus prototype ready to deploy. Captain Rhadamant will return with any of your little errands. Now, the Provost concludes, I have a meeting with a very prickly hegemony inspector, and we're both going to pretend like we know nothing about what just happened here. All right. Now let me talk to Scylla. I'm Captain. Yes, hello. She takes a deep breath. Thank you for contacting me. I'm sorry about everything. Provost Bear, the Pharaoh's experiment, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I understand that she could be a bit assertive. So, about finding Alyssa Zal. I think we agree we need Gargoyle in on this conversation. Gargoyle appears in a flash. Scylla girl, where have you been? My goons won't let me into the lab anymore, so I snuck in when they were changing shifts. You're bright, but style unconscious friend told me you were in some sort of trouble, in some sort of important meeting. So I thought, how important could it be if I wasn't invited? So I had to ask Alvis what was going on. Can you believe it? You know how he is, all stammering, trying so hard not to lie or say anything that could be anything against the old witch, and the hacker pauses, take in Scylla's demeanor and yours. Oh, this is about the experiment and the exploding, isn't it? Queen Bee wasn't happy about that, huh? Yes, says Scylla. I mean, no, she wasn't happy. But what's important is that we find Alyssa. Zal? Gargoyle interrupts, looking pleased. Yes. You know her? Scylla looks confused. Oh yes, but please, I must apologize, Gargoyle says magnanimously. I've interrupted your story. Go on. I don't want to spoil anything too soon. Scylla recovers with composure. Okay, yes. So I've actually been in contact with Alyssa off and on. Maybe until the captain here knows. Maybe the captain here knows about that. The problem with Alyssa is, well, she's being held sort of prisoner by Kanta. Gargoyle nods enthusiastically at the revelation. Kanta is in the pirate warlord Kanta? Yes, that's the one. In the magic system, this part of why I've been somewhat reluctant to bring it up. Alyssa told me to keep it not secret exactly, but careful. Kanta has informers in many places, blackmail, bribery, extortion. Anyone the Kantas can get their hands on, they'll use them. You can never be sure who to trust. How do we get Zal out? I can get you in, Gargoyle says deliberately. To my, to talk, find an angle. I think that might be how to do it. I may have worked with someone who, twist my arm. Yes, it was Kanta's, Gargoyle counts off a few fingers. Fourth cousin's grandnephew or something. There's a lot of Kantas, aren't there? Very busy, the Kantas. Point being, I may have acquired some digital token that'll get you an audience without getting shot on sight. How about I just blow up the whole pirate base and, well, that would kill her. So never mind. Maybe not that. Storm it with Marines. That's how I want to do it. Gargoyle begins transferring the digital token. Up to a point. There's hot and then there's radioactive. Right now, you're definitely hot. But you'll want to be careful about reaching critical mass. So, lower profile. Yes, we'll certainly don't want that, Scylla adds. But this is wonderful. If Gargoyle can give you a way in, then can you somehow get Alyssa out? Maybe make a deal? Sure. I'll just go along with it. Both Gargoyle and Scylla look confused for a moment. The hacker recovers first. Best of luck. Be sure to be on comms if you need anything. Alrighty. Let's see. I know I'm just about out of time, but I'm going to see if I can't wrap this up quickly. Because we're nearly there. Or at least I'll complete this leg of it. How's that? Alright. Here's Kanta's den. So, use Gargoyle's token to arrange a meeting with the Warlord Kanta in the magic system, or find some other way to extract Zal. I probably could do the marine extraction, but we'll see if I can't do it the nice way first. So I can prepare a raid to extract or take a shuttle down. So I'm going to take a shuttle down. The pilot... Alright, I'm here to see your boss. Who are you? Oh no, you're the wrong person. Who are you? Who are you? Gold snarls. What makes you think you're going to show your grill on this line asking for Big K? She's not going to talk to just any puking mud boot that crawls aboard. I'm going to send the digital token. Oh, family. Didn't recognize your face. Don't got the look, but haha, the Kantas are everywhere, aren't they? Alright. And you leave 4 guards and the pilot at your shuttle. 2 more guards follow you. Pirate Lieutenant sends me through. They lead me through primary access corridor towards the center of the station. You adjust quickly to disjointed A-grab fields. An effect you suspect is intentional, as ranks of pirates of all shapes and ages eye you for weaknesses, murmuring crude comments and jostling for prestige. Past pit blast doors, skull banners. You're brought before what can only be described as a throne, tastelessly backlit in blood red for maximum effect. Above all of the hissing, thrumming. So here is Yorian Kanta. More machine now than human. Man, he really does look like a machine. Or she. I don't even know. She, I think. A synthesized voice booms from the throne. Submit before Kanta. Before her, a strange small man hunches, wears some parody of a doctor's surgical garb. You had best kneel. I'll kneel. Whatever. A kneeler, she shouts. A small doctor steps forward and clears his throat and says, I am Dr. Sidonia, personal assistant to the Warlord. He addresses me. You bear a token of Kanta's kin, but she never gave you the token. I'm not a thief. I've come openly. I've taken this prize from your kin. Or no, I'm just going to say I have no time to waste. I'm here for Zal. All right. The Great Warlord is intrigued by your knowledge of her queendom. Sidonia in tone... okay, I'm just going to skip over this. Voice darkens. But here your journey comes to an end, Captain. Such insolence. He motions 2 guards who raise weapons. The Warlord will... With a clink, Kanta herself stands, and her amplified voice drowns out Dr. Sidonia. We see a predator, a hunter, a trickster, a warrior. We see a weapon. We would wield you. The cowering Dr. Sidonia licks his lips and returns back to you. Her ruthlessness would wield you, admits, then addresses the court. Glory and riches flow to those who the Warlord so honors. So my payment will be Zal. Sidonia hunches forward and speaks quietly. Simply access or no? Your demand is the whole of the person. Kanta went through so much trouble to acquire that asset and is loath to give it up. But his eyes twitch accessing cybernetic implants. We understand that your abilities are exceptional, and you do have the access to high places, special technologies. I may be able to convince Kanta to let you have this asset if you serve us well. Just Kanta's voice booms out again. Bring me back my pet Loke. Then Zal is yours. Blood for blood. The Pather called Cotton will be taught Kanta's justice. So, horse trading, right? Sidonia cringes at her demand and smiles apologetically as he steps back to address the court. The Great Warlord will have her pet returned. This, Rhadamant, this will be her champion where all others have failed. Sidonia speaks quickly and quietly to you, eyes flickering with words and images only he can see. Brother Livewell Cotton, a rising star of the Letic Path, based out of the planet Epiphany in the Ea al-Gebar system generally. He could be many places, however. One of his cells kidnapped Kanta's pet, a clone of the former warlords Onsimos Lok and my creation. She wants her pet back. No one else has managed to track Cotton down. She's, he frowns, hesitant to reveal something, then she's obsessed. It's made things difficult. Do this, and you may relieve me of Zal as well, and that meddling tinker. It's a deal. Ignoring your words, Sidonia turns abruptly to the court and gives a shrill cry. It is agreed. This captain will return the Great Warlord pet. Watch and be educated. This is how to serve the Great Warlord. Kanta claps with her gauntlets like an airlock slamming shut and stands. Noise erupts from the court. Sidonia retreats to her side. Guards step forward and lead you away. As you're led away, a trembling, bruised man held up by two power-armored goons makes pleading eye contact with you. His audience is next. You are led back through the supplicant blah, 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 blah. Okay, and we take off. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch August 28th. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as my stream schedule, links to Twitch and Discord where you can sign up for announcements. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.